It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Samson Lee coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Well, very happy to be here and my honor to share with you some very important information about the business. Hope that whatever I share today will help you to move your business forward. So just so you know, for those of you first time see me, my background, I've been an entrepreneur for 35 or 36 years. It's been a while. I started in the real estate industry, in the mortgages. I got into the furniture retail business. I opened a number of stores, made money, and lost everything. And look, I always joke about if you look in a dictionary and next to failure to success, you probably find my picture. So I was one of those. But sometimes in life, you know, things happen, and actually all the time things happen, and things can turn around just like that. So after I got out of my furniture business, I went into becoming an auctioneer. At the time, I happened to, through another friend, got introduced to a top leader in 3, Kim Hui. So this is about 20 years ago. And working with her has really broadened my horizons over the years and literally has changed my life. And I found out, I guess, you know, back then the internet wasn't that robust yet, right? 20 years ago. But now it's all over the internet. The shortcut to success is to work with people who have done it and to work with them, to work for them, whatever you need to do, be close to them and learn from them. And that's how you can be that much closer to the place that you want to be. So today I'm going to share with you some interesting thoughts and experiences I've had over the years about entrepreneurship and how to start it appropriately, the best way possible that was possible, right? And I think what I will share with you is not only from what I've learned in the industry or what we do in the industry, but I think across the board, it doesn't matter what kind of business you have. You really have to have certain things, very basic things, to know, to think about when you start your business, to do in a consistent, persistent manner to achieve what you want out of it. Okay, so I put a little PowerPoint together, so it'll be a little bit easier for all of you to see. Here we go. So yeah, we're going to talk about entrepreneur start best practices today. One thing is for our business, you know, what we put together, and if you don't know it, it's okay, but you know, it doesn't matter which system you use or however you and your leader start the business. What I'm going to share is going to is gonna be universal to many of the information that you get from your leaders who have achieved the success before. So what we did, Kim and a few of us top leaders, we decided to put a little booklet together for the welcome orientation workbook, or known as the WOW. So in here we put together in a very concise manner from years of experience, how to start your business correctly, and how to start this business is very similar, and it's not exactly how you should start all kinds of businesses. So now, for the purpose of our business, you definitely got to know your website. Your back office and replicated website is very important. Those are your tools, right? The back office to manage your business, and the replicated website to market your business. Now, I would say that is very important. If you just joined three not too long ago, this information is very important because there are a lot of things to learn in the business, a lot of things to know. But if we're going to start any business seriously, my recommendation would be go through everything at least one time, if not two or three times, so you know where the information is. I don't know, maybe some of you just starting, I've seen people just jump in. They're like, okay, let me just go talk to people. That's good, but the passion and the excitement is good, but you got to make sure you know what to show them, right? So you do need to, spend the time. It doesn't take that long to go through the back office so you know what's in there. Especially the part about where you get paid your commission, maybe some of the reports, and definitely the documents and media where you can get a lot of resources about the product, about the business, and videos, etc. So there's a lot. Okay, so at least you know where it is, and then from there you got to know, where to set up your business, in terms of, you're going to sponsor somebody into the business or customer. Are you going to put them on your left team or right team? So that placement, you got to look for where it is. Okay, that's so those are some of the basic things. And on the replicated website, should definitely look at it so you know when you go to your website what's on there, where things are. So if you refer somebody, then you can tell them exactly where it is, or you go to that place and then send them the link. So that's the shortcut. Okay, so these are some of the very foundational things, and definitely read the policy and procedures that's available in the back office under tools, documents, and media. So it can be a very substantial business, like many of us are doing. So I would take the business seriously. So you get educated. And also there's a compliance section, so you know what to say and what not to say. So some of the things are very basic, like I said, but take it seriously because this is your business. So you don't want to make some silly mistakes. Okay. So now, next, know your support is very important. When you get started in any business, you got to know, who you're going to be working with. Okay, either that, or even at a job, right? You have your boss, etc., or your coworker. So you got to know who they are, because look, first, whoever introduced you into the business, they're known as your sponsor. They're sponsored because they're there to support you in your business, to answer your questions, to show you the way. Next, you all should also get a couple of names and phone numbers about who you can work with aside from your sponsor, in case your sponsor is busy. So that's what you need to do. Okay. Now, the most important thing in any business is to know your why. It sounds like such a rhetorical question sometimes, but knowing your why is very, very important. Now, what does it mean? Well, most of us go through life, we just go with the flow. Maybe our parents is doing something and we don't know, we're undecided. So maybe we decide to go in the same trade, or maybe go to school to major and study the same things as what our parents are doing. Or maybe we took really the time, maybe when we're young enough, to look around and get some advice, and also take seriously about our life, our future. And we went to talk to our neighbors and friends and family and see what they're doing, and maybe explore if it's something that interests us, right? But nowadays, look, unfortunately, like for example, in the US, a lot of kids, they go to college, they major in things that are not necessarily financially productive or have a huge financial future. And if we're talking about finances, and they end up getting out of school and just have to find a minimum wage job at a restaurant. I mean, for me, that's quite shocking. Nobody needs a student loan to go to school to get a minimum wage job. But I think it's very important before then that, you take the time to explore and think about and go find out, and ask people who are doing different jobs and see, then talk to them and see if it's for you or not. So, but then from there, also in life that we get referral to do different things and like our job or businesses. So like for me, a friend of mine was in the furniture business. He had a number of stores. He asked me if I want to start one with him to open another one. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm sure I'll give it a shot. Buy low, sell high. How hard can it be? And I got into that furniture business in 1995 and then make money and then until the dot-com bust in 2000 and then the 9/11 happened in New York. Then the economy was bad. I couldn't hold on to it. And furniture is not something people buy every day. So then by '04, I was out of business. And then from there, maybe look, I always say that things happen. When one door closes, another door opens. And maybe just it's the weird me that when I lost everything, that I thought to myself, hey, you know what? I'm lucky. How many people get to start all over again? And sometimes that's the way it is. If you had the choice, if you could choose all over again, right? What would you do? Right. So I kind of look at it that way. And, one thing I definitely want is kind of just to take it easy or maybe not so stressed anymore or do something that I can make money, maybe make a living and just get by. And that's what I thought, you know. For me, at that time in my life, I thought, no, it'd be nice to make, 10 to 20,000 a month like I did in the furniture store. But of course, the store, when I'm losing money, I'm not making any money, right? So I just thought, maybe I just find something. So I became an auctioneer. Yeah, yes, the real auctioneer, the type that talks very fast. Okay. And anybody can learn it. You just need to practice. Okay. And I was doing car auctions, collectible auctions, different kind of auctions, fundraising auctions, all kinds. So, but it wasn't a lot of money. It just got me by. It's more like a job. If I showed up, I made money. If I didn't, I did not make money. So look, there's a lot of jobs out there, and knock on wood, that you stay healthy and then you keep working. But what happens if you cannot work? Imagine what happened if one day I had a cold, I couldn't talk, and then how can I show up for work, right? So same thing. Then what is there? Your why is so important because also it determines your future, where you are now and where you're going. Sometimes we think, you know what, we can just get by what we do. It's okay. I can take it easy. It is the way it is. I have a lot of responsibility. I cannot do anything else. That's the thinking that most of us have. Like when I was in my furniture business, when the business was good, I started taking it easy, and I thought the money would keep coming, right? And then it turned. And I said, "Oh no, what am I going to do?" So I couldn't figure out. I didn't have any mentor. I didn't have any coaches or anybody else to tell me how to run my furniture business to turn it around. Well, one thing we cannot control is the economy. And look, when the ups and downs in life happens, things happen. But that's also an opportunity for change. And yeah, and that could be bad or good, right? But I think at the end of the day, when I look back, I'm 55 now. When I look back at 30 plus years of entrepreneurship, all those are ripples in my life. Ripples, right? Or rips, I don't know. All the little ups and downs, things happen. Uh, but life keeps going. Life keeps going. It just keeps going. So no matter what, there are things out there, there are people out there who can definitely help you. And as when I was just networking in the local area in the San Gabriel Valley in Southern California, I went to the Chamber of Commerce, different ones to meet different people, see if I can get some business and know other people. And somehow somebody introduced me to Kim in 2005. And at that time, I didn't really get what she was doing. In '06, the guy who introduced me to that business, I heard he was making a lot of money through other people. I went back to take a look at it, and I decided to take a chance. I had time. As an auctioneer, I was working like maybe 2, 3, or maybe 4 days a week the most, and the rest I had time. So I started that business part time, and I didn't realize how big it could be, but I saw that business bloom to 195 countries and territories. And imagine this is in '05 to 08. In 2.5 years, Kim had a team of over 240,000 people around the world. And I was blown away. I don't know. I don't really care what kind of businesses if we think about it, how many businesses operate in that many countries? How can somebody build a team of that magnitude in such a short time? Well, and when I look back, I'm very fortunate to be alongside Kim. I was um, like Matthew, Luke, John, and I was a witness. I was a witness to what's happening. I saw things that were happening. By the time I realized and I took it serious enough, we were on to the next company. And in '08, in '09, Kim said, she's starting a new project. If I want to be a part of it, she was going to be the first distributor in that company. And I just thought to myself, well, I saw Kim help many people become millionaires, quite a few of the people I knew. So she called me and three other people to her house. The five of us sat down literally at her kitchen table, and she said, "Hey, we're going to start this business, and are we in?" And all I could think of, well, I'm the only one never made much money. Yeah, I would like to do it. So I was like, Kim, if you're in, I'm in. What do we do? Sometimes it can be as simple as that. Whoever brought you into the business, they thought about you, and look, we're equal opportunity. So it is potentially it can be a small business or big business. Either way you think about it, you're right. So if that was the case, and in my last platform, I built my own business to 150 countries and territories. I mean, over and over again, I travel, but it really broadened my horizons, my eyes, my thoughts about what the world is and how people are. It's definitely something that you understand. And what I mean by understand is sometimes when we observe things, when we see things, when we hear things, we might know to a certain degree, or we might believe when we're doing it, and it's getting result, and we know it, right? And we can repeat it again and again and again and again. Doesn't matter what country, what question, what language, what type of people, what culture that people have, are or have. It can be duplicated, and then from there, it's a humbling experience when you know the feeling of it that's in it becomes a part of you, and that's really in you. And your why encompasses all that, because if you think about it, if you're not where I've been, that's absolutely okay. Your why is even that more important when you think about what you want out of life, what is possible, right? And I found one of the most important things that people don't know starting in this industry, in the business, is what is possible. And that's my question. That was one of my questions when we were in Salt Lake City this past August. Do you still have a dream? That's the thing. You know, I was just in Dallas with amazing leadership, Antoinette, Christine Peterson, George and Adrian Ruiz, and many other leaders who were there. And I just tried to lay it out the way it is. What is possible for each one of them? And same thing today. What is possible? You don't know yet. Because what is possible for you, it won't be based on your own effort only in this kind of business. As an entrepreneur, same thing. Because nobody is successful by being a lone ranger. And in this industry, traditionally, a lot of teams keep to themselves when they're not open to working with others. And you know what happened? I still remember many years ago, Kim said, if you know everybody on your team is way too small. And that's the thing. I said, wow, what a profound statement, right? That's right. Sometimes we hold on too tightly in what we know, but your success where you want to be, it's where you don't know. Yeah, it's true. You know, if you know the successful you today, I don't know, whatever your dream is, okay, that person for sure is different than the person that you are today. Why? Because we literally kind of have to grow, you know, like how like how for example, shell animals like lobsters, okay? I love eating lobsters, but you know, lobsters, what they do is they have to shed their shell every so often so that they can grow a bigger shell. Is that painful? Is that dangerous? You bet. Sometimes it can be very painful. Like I don't know if you ever heard, you know, eagles, their beak keeps growing for the lifetime they are alive. Okay. And this beak, you know, it is sharp. It starts to come around as a hook at the tip. And what they do, they have to break their beak. You think that's painful? Do you think that's hard? They have to break their beak so that their beak can grow bigger again each time. And sometimes that's how life is, right? I mean, many of us are beaten down over the years, you know, until someday we really woke up and say, hello, there's possibly a better life out there, a different type of life. And then how many of us are not willing to reach out, to stretch, to go into the unknown? You know, but the truth is, the world changes. If you don't, if the world changes, you don't change, you get left behind. Change is a fact of life, right? There's nothing else but change in this world. So where you want to be, well, we don't know. We can, but you need to kind of think about what kind of life you want. And this has to be an emotional thing because you are, you know, your body, mind, and spirit, right? So you are not just only the physical things that you will have in your life, but what are the reasons? You know, money is just a number. What are the reasons? Why do you need it? What do you want to do with it? Where you want to go with it? Do you want to travel? There are a whole bunch of people now. They have achieved. They're from Asia, you know, in Asia, APAC. They work very hard, and now they're in Barcelona enjoying a dinner and fun sightseeing, all that. Daniel's there. Some of the corporate staff are there. They're having a great old time. Some of you have seen the pictures, celebrating their hard work, celebrating each other, right? The you know it's a family vacation in a way, the family of three. So I know some people they want to work just to travel so they can see the world. Look, if you think back, if there's a way, if 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 you were a cup and you can fill it, you can fill your heart, you can fill your mind with experiences and feelings and love and struggles, but persistence, and it's not just so black and white. You know, sometimes I think, you know, why are zombie movies so popular? Maybe because people have become zombies, just, you know, driving an hour or 2 hours to work each way and getting and working for people that they don't like and then doing it all over day in, day out, day in, day out, rather than think about other options. So your why is very important. Your why determines your motivation, and your goals determines your mile mark destinations along the way. There's never one place, but rather the journey, right? Your goals are important. So quantify the things you want to achieve. If you were going to be successful, success is a feeling rather than a fact, right? I remember many times I would sit down across from, you know, a business partner and I would ask him how much you want to make. If you were successful, how much money you want to make. There are some people saying, "Oh, I want to make 100,000 a month." There's some people who say, "Oh, you know, how about $1,000?" So everybody's definition of success is different. I don't know. I don't know what's on your mind, but your goals are very important. And besides the money, like, what do you want to do with the money? Look, uh, I forgot who was I talking to, but we were talking about retail sales. You make 20 to 25%. But people that only knows how to do sales, they do retail. And I just thought, look, if you and we're just talking, if you sell You make $32 every time you retail a box of Eternal, right? So if you do that 30 days a month, 31 days a month, that's 900 something dollars, right? But you have to have that many customer, 30 something customer, or one customer buy a few boxes, right? And then the goal is to get them on auto ship over and over again, right? If they enjoy the product, if you teach them to use more, share with them the other product, yeah. Oh yeah, $1,000 or $2,000 a month or three in retail. Yeah, I can see that happening with certain people. And I know out there some of you probably have clinics or stores that you can sell from, a physical store. Most of us we can just do online. All right, but yeah, maybe there's some of you who are doctors or pharmacists. You have your clinic or store, and you can retail the product that way too. That's great. Definitely take advantage of all the promotions. And maybe you do enough, you can get on a trip, one of those incentive trip. And next trip is to Cabo and Vietnam. Which one would you choose, right? Both of them, I assure you, is going to be amazing. And then aside from that, maybe some of you are in the sandwich generation and where the kids are ready to go off to college or maybe in a few years, and you're thinking, wow, tuition now is very expensive. Huh? As a good father, a provider or mother, a good parents, right? Support to support your kids. What is that number you need your kids need, or you think that can support them in what they want to achieve in life? Okay. Like those are some of the goals you can set and by when, right? Put an expiration date, the date you want to achieve it, right? Because sometimes, look, even a $500, $800, $1,000, that's a car payment right there. Yeah, we're just starting. I never settle, like the goals, I would always suggest you go from low to high, right? If you want to make 100,000, well, is 50,000 okay? If 50,000 okay, what about 30,000? Is that okay? What about 20,000 or 10,000 a month to start? Is that okay? But set the deadline you want to achieve it, right? Now, this is the way I would do. We are in a very, very unique business, folks. I mean, you don't know how lucky we are we have this kind of business model, because in traditional business, you don't ask anybody to help you with your goals. What you want to achieve here, you ask your sponsor or leaders who have done it. And they will share with you their experience, their timeline, their own journey, so you know what to expect and how long and how hard to work to get those goals, how much investment in time you need. And that's, it's a long talk about goals, but some of those things are so important, right? Now, let's talk about, your success, because, there's a saying out there, your network is your net worth. It's not how much money you have in the bank, but rather who you know. Why is that? Well, it's definitely that way, I would say, because in life, if you talk to some of the people that are your seniors or doing better than you, and you want to learn from them, one of the things is many, many people would tell you they knew somebody. They knew a few people. They had a network of good people. If we're going to fast forward in your journey and you're successful, if you're successful right now, you probably regularly talk with your accountant, maybe a lawyer, and also other business partner at the same level or higher, learning. Sometimes we all need to be humble to say, hey, you know what? I don't know enough. It's not, and in our business, if you know it's beyond you, you can serve that many more. When you serve that many more people, your income goes up because your value goes up. So in your network, think about who's in your network, who is spirited, have that and energy, so always out there. They have something about them, that people are attracted to, or they're always excited about life. They want to do something. If you know people who are purposeful, they're like on a mission, right? They're always busy. They're on a mission. And what about people who achieve, people who love to achieve? Maybe not only because they are already successful, but they love the process of it. If you know people who are resourceful, well, resourceful people, they always have answers. They always know something. They always know somebody. They can always find a way. Resourceful people in your network, if they're in your business, they can be very good. And also kind people. Kind people are important. You don't want somebody who's unkind in your business is a drag. It'll drag you down. But your network is very important. And one of the things I would tell you that over the years, as I built the business, even before I made a lot of money, I was so blessed with so many amazing people. And there are so many out there that just want to know, tell me the truth. Can I do it? Is this the way? Is it possible? Is it real? That's what they're looking for. So over the years, I'm able to, been able to work with and can call many of my business partner friends as we make money together, or travel together, have shared amazing experiences together. So your network is your net worth. So no matter how big or small your business is, or even in traditional business, this is a business where you can expand, expand, okay, in many, many ways. So things to understand in our business or in any business is not, you know what, learn how to get paid. Number one, it's very important. It's very important to learn how to get paid, because if not, it's just a hobby. I know some of you out there maybe say, hey, Samson, I look at the comp plan, but I'm not good with numbers. You know what? Have your sponsor or your leader break it down for you in small nuggets, right? Small steps, step by step by step by step. Okay, just learn how to get paid. You don't have to, know the whole comp plan, but just know the one ABCs of the comp plan, so you know where the money come from. Because when you know where the money come from, then you learn what you need to do, which changes your behavior or what to do. Okay. So we get paid from product sales. That's what we do. We don't get paid for recruiting. We only get paid from product sales when people buy product. So look, the short answer of how to get paid is, well, when somebody buys product from you or from somebody in your team, you could get paid. Okay. And in the back office, under tools, documents and media, the compensation plan and the policy and procedures are there. Read it at least one time, if not two or three. And then you write down your questions, go to your sponsor or your leader so they can explain to you, to answer those questions. Okay. Now, something you need to understand and learn is how to share about the products and opportunity, what 3 is. Well, these are some of the steps: connect and invite, show, answer the questions or overcome to any objections they have, enroll customer or brand ambassador, and promote the next event and plug into the system. The system is what we're doing today on this Zoom. Okay, it's part of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday call, right? Monday is an opportunity call. That's the call you want to put people on there, our prospects. And today is the empowerment call, the training. We have different topics every week. Tomorrow is Wellness Wednesday. You have a wellness experts sharing about the science and the products of 3 and how it can benefit people. So these are the very basic things you must know. Okay. So next is the rules of the game. Learn the rules of the game. So you know what to expect. We only do what we expect, or we don't do what we don't expect, or we just don't do what we don't know. And here's the thing, we don't know what we don't know quite often in the business, okay? C'est la vie, that's how life is, okay? So I'm going to share with you some of the rules of the game as you go build your business. And this is not a game where you win or lose. This is an infinite game. It goes on forever because it's life, right? So the 4SW and the next is very standard, and you also keep it on top of your mind. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Next. Okay. So some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Some you think will join you, they won't. Some you think won't join you, you'll be surprised they will. People surprise me all the time. All the time. And but when you look at this, you know that you never bank your whole future of your 3 business on any one person. I just want to say it like that. So you got to be able to let people go. You do not wait for people. That loses urgency. You want people to be quick. You are looking for those people. You want fast. You want your business to be fast. You got to be fast. You got to look for people who are fast to learn, who know, believe, have a little bit self-confident, take action. So, but sometimes you don't know what's inside the book cover. You don't know what's inside somebody's heart. You don't necessarily know the whole situation, how bad they want it. And sometimes those reasons are also very emotional. And look, for me, I learned that in business, it's very transactional when you're in sales over the years, in my traditional business at real estate or in the retail business. But what happened is that, in our business, it's you're dealing with a person who uh, can be a customer, but also a business partner. The easiest thing is actually to enroll somebody into the business. The hardest thing is to have them work and keep them working. Why? Because most of us don't spend enough time or understand enough to invest our time in others. And sometimes that's all what people need. I never necessarily bank on any one person. It may be a top leader from another company or somebody who has done a lot before. I never bank on them. I never bank on any one person. That's the biggest mistake. You got to learn and be able to let go of that type of emotion or attachment. Okay. So, but more important that you got to push that train. You got to be the one pushing it. And over time, other people will join you. And as you go do it, you'll find some red apples, green apples, and rotten apples. Okay. As you talk to people, you just share bite size at a time, and they're positive and they're ready to go, and boom, they enroll and they want to do the business. Those are the red apples. As you go share, there would be a lot of people who are the green apple who are not quite there. They need to be right. Maybe they need more information, or maybe they're not there yet in life where they think they need an opportunity or they want an opportunity. That's fine. Put them on the green apple list, right? And then for sure you run into people that are very negative. They're a rotten apple. They're all squishy and yucky. What you want to do, you want to run the other way. Okay. And you don't need to waste any time on negative people. You can just brush them off. If they share something negative with you, just say, thanks for sharing. I'll see you later. Okay. I don't have, like, if you're going to build your dream, how do you have time for that? Be consistent and persistent. My advice, look, you know how businesses are, and I share the story in Dallas, is that, there was a time in my life where I was at a supermarket, and after I checked out, I just stood there at the end for a little bit watching other people checking out of the supermarket, buying food. And I just thought, wow, this is a real business. The cash register never stops. And I mean, the money's coming in every day. Okay. Of course, there are margins and all that, but a business should be like making money every day. So I decided, first, I need to make money every day in the business. Second, I need to cycle. I look at the comp plan and I look at, what I need to do. I need to cycle at least once a day. Once a day can turn into two a day. If you do 2 cycles a day, you're a 3-star pro if you're 3-star ready. If you do 3 to 4 cycles a day, you're 3-star elite. If you do 6 or 7 cycles a day, you become a 4-star, making good money. Again, we only make money when we're product sales. Okay, so that means that you and your team are doing that kind of volume to help you cycle once a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. And I just do it that way because it's so consumable. It's so easy to remember, right? Be persistent and consistent. You got to be that. You got to be that. Like talk to 3 people a day. In the 5 days in a week, that's 15 people. And through that, you'll have a few people interested. But maybe some days or 1 or 2 days, you might not have anybody interested. But you never know. You just got to be go, 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 and never stop. Okay. Now, I know some of you out there, you guys are, rock stars. You are doing like talking to 10 people a day or 20 people a day. Can that be done? Absolutely. Put them in the pipeline, right? Connect, invite, show, share information, show them the business, and see what they want to do, customer or brand ambassador, all the time, consistently. Proximity is one of the most important ways to become successful. Is That means to be in proximity of people who are taking action, be in proximity of the people that are working and achieving. You can only observe and hear, watch, listen, and do it with them. When you do that, that's when you become successful, ultra successful. So keep your eye on your goals. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of the distraction from our own thoughts. You can say, you can just brush it off your shoulder like thanks for sharing. There are a lot of distractions from other people too. There are people out there who are very up and down in their thinking, and that's why their business is up and down. So you got to keep your eye on your goals. You got to be solid. You got to be locked in like there's no tomorrow. It's like literally imagine, you set your goal in your mind, you have a lock and you just boom, close the lock. This is where I'm going to be. Every day I'm going to look at it. Every day I'm going to do things to get there. Every day, I'm going to move toward it. Keep your eye on the goal because everything else will slow you down. It's a distraction. It's important to remember you are the reason. Hardest part in life is to love yourself. I mean, not on a superficial level, but really value yourself, your time, your existence on this earth. The, I, one time I was on Instagram and I saw somebody was selling a poster, and this poster had a heart on it. And the number of hearts that's on it are literally the number of days that you will live to be 80. Literally, each heart represents a day. And each day you can go and cross out each heart. And if you do that, if you think about that, right? Over time, you have how many days left if you're going to live to 80, how many days you have left? How many days you have left? Well, hopefully from 3 product, we can live to 120, but it's just imagine that our time on earth is very short. If we don't love ourselves, how do we know how to love other people? And from there, love your family for sure, because at the end of the day, that's all you have, right? So love your community as you grow the business, as you learn your do in this global community. It's so amazing. It's so dynamic with so many amazing people. And as you sail into the horizon toward your destination, always adjust the sails, right? The wind always changes. It goes back and forth. Don't say to yourself how hard it is. Oh my gosh. Say to yourself how I can get better. Have you heard that before? I love that. Okay. So today, I hope I share with some very best practices of being an entrepreneur, how to start a business on the right foot. It doesn't matter what business. What I talk about today, from my experience, it applies to any businesses. You just have to focus. You gotta, one of the most important thing to success is grit. Never give up. No matter how hard it is, no matter how emotionally difficult it seems to be, it's only your perspective. If you take yourself outside your body, outside your mind, and have just view from a third party of what you're doing, who you are, it's not as hard as it seems sometimes. It's just perspective. And like I said, we do what we expect. Expect more from yourself because you could do more. I believe in you, 100%. Now, just trust yourself. Work with your sponsor, work with your leaders, be a part of the system. Whichever team you're on, follow the leader. And they are sharing from their heart their best experience, their best practices with you. Okay, so hopefully this 45 minutes have given you some nuggets to think about and apply. Here's the thing: there's a lot of things coming down the road, a lot of exciting things. We're just beginning. Promote all the Rise Up city tours. It's coming to a city near you. The next one, I'm going to be in Chicago, and I think there's also New Jersey and etc. So it's fantastic. Look for and plan for being there if you can drive or fly there, okay, and walk there if you're that close. But we'll see you, and many top leaders in 3 are looking forward to helping you with your business. God bless all of you wherever you are in the world. Take care, folks. Thank you.